Hey, not my normal content today. I'm actually in the mountains and I came here for an NC Realtors convention that was held in Cherokee, North Carolina this year. And I decided that because I used a rental car to get here, if you're in the market for a new car, then you might appreciate a review on the car that I got to drive. And so that's actually what I'm here to talk about. So, the rental that I actually wanted was already gone by the time I went to my local enterprise to pick it up. And so everything in that class that they had was not available anymore. So I actually got upgraded to a class higher, and they gave me a Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. It was a 2024 model. It is white, and that's what I've had all week. And if you know anything about North Carolina, then you know that you are driving across kind of all kinds of terrain because we kind of have everything here. So I live on the coast in New Bern, and I made the drive from New Bern to Cherokee. That's where I stayed. I stayed at the Haraz Resort and Casino. So if you want a review of that too, I'd be more than happy to make one. Just drop that in the comments down below. But I crossed through some of the coast, obviously drove through that, then also drove through the Piedmont, and then got to the mountains. So there's a lot of things that I've noticed about this car just in having it, and I did really like it. There's a lot of cool features actually. So in my day-to-day life, just so you have a comparison, I drive a Honda Civic. This car, the room in it, the amount of room for passengers is actually insane. It's super spacious, even for people that are taller, or if you are a little bit broader or wider, you have so much room in this car. Also in the trunk, I will say that it's a pretty decent size, a fair amount for like an SUV. It's not like it's got a ton of space, but you can fold down the seats, is my understanding, and you could have more space. I didn't really need to do that. I only brought 2 bags with me and my work bag, so there was really no need for that. But there is a number of times where I actually got in the trunk, sat in the trunk, changed my shoes, and kept it moving when I was out and about, just in the area exploring. And so I still had enough space to do that despite having some of my other items left in the car. Also, it's wonderful on gas mileage. So I actually took it off normal and put it on eco, and then halfway through I switched it off eco and put it back to normal just to see if it drove any differently. To me, it's almost the same. If you are not using the eco feature, then yeah, your gas burns out a little bit quicker, but it's not a significant change. I actually drove from New Bern, I believe it was about 60 to 50 miles out from my destination, and it was over 420 miles away. And that's when I actually had to fill up. Prior to that, I really didn't stop to get gas. I didn't stop at all, actually, on the way up here. And so I thought that was a great feature, even driving around town, because I have been out exploring. I went to a couple different restaurants, did a trail, went to some other shops and things of that nature. And even driving around, because I know long distance you typically will get good mileage. Even the short-term drives, I have never filled up while I'm here. I stopped last night and got gas before I hit the road this afternoon, and at that point my miles per gallon was at 200 miles I still had left, I believe. And so I just filled it all the way up, and I'm sure that'll get me, if not home, close to home. So it's really, really phenomenal for gas, space. As far as the safety features go, I really like that my Honda Civic, even though it's a little bit newer, not brand new, but still on the newer side, it doesn't have the safety feature when you pull up next to your car, and if you're changing lanes, it doesn't show up on that mirror that there's a car beside you. This one not only does that, but it also makes a very distinct noise. And so it really gets your attention whether you're looking at your mirrors or not. You should always look over your shoulder and look at your mirrors, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not here to police how you drive. But I really did enjoy that. It had some other really cool safety features in the car, but that one was probably the one that I appreciated the most. And then as far as what I didn't like about it, really the only two complaints that I would say I would have with the car is, number one, I feel like because of some of the other technical aspects of it, they kind of skimped out on some of the other features. Like, and when I say skimped out, I kind of mean like it seems a little bit cheaper. It's actually one, the glass, like the windows. It was comfortable enough outside where I wouldn't have minded having my windows down and driving the whole way here. And that's basically a 7-hour drive. And I went to do that, but I don't ever roll my windows down all the way. I typically will put them almost all the way down, or just enough to kind of like let the breeze in. Well, either way, you could see like the window moving in the wind like this, and that doesn't happen in my Honda. And so that was just kind of weird to me. It was kind of scary. I didn't want the windows to break, and so I did not do that. I'm not sure if that's the way that they make windows now, or if that's changed, if that's just maybe like how all Mitsubishi cars are. I've never driven a Mitsubishi, so that could be a possibility, but that was really weird to me. The second thing is actually the cup holders. I don't know about you, but I take a lot of drinks with me when I'm on the road, when I'm traveling, even in day-to-day, like for work, even though I know that I'm not gonna be more than an hour away from the house or an hour away from where I can stop and get something else. I still like will bring a lot of drinks, and they're all varying sizes. Some of them I actually put in my own like mugs, or my own like Traverse, or you know what I'm talking about, like the thermal cups that you have. And so the cup holders to me were actually really small. They don't really hold larger cups. Like if you had a Stanley, I'm not sure that it would actually fit either in the one that you have between the passenger and the driver, or even in the door. Both of them were like really small. So that was kind of an odd thing for me. And then I know I said two things that I didn't really like, but also the backup camera, which I don't really use to back up in my car really all that much, so I just don't trust it. I'd rather just rely on myself. But what I did notice when I was backing into one of the parking lots was I looked at the camera and it was almost like kind of blurry. So it seems a little bit lower quality than what I'm used to. But it was still like manageable. Like you can make everything out. It was just not what I was anticipating, especially considering the media for the radio, and the Bluetooth connection, and having, you know, everything pulled up, like your music, your messages, your phone, all of that across the screen. That was really nice. And it was also slightly tilted upwards, like it wasn't flat. Mine actually lays flat where the dash is, which is not bad. It's just I didn't realize that it would make such a huge difference if it was just slightly tilted up, kind of like that, because it made it easier for me to actually go between the different features and the controls and like switch songs, go back to, from my messages to the map and things of that nature. And so that was really nice. So overall, I mean, if you're in the market to buy a car, I feel as though the Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross 2024 model, she is white. That is what I was given. It is a really nice car, really nice, particularly if you want something that is going to be economical, like it's going to get you where you need to go. You're not going to have to worry about burning out of gas a whole lot. Also, if technology, like you really want something, I'm not going to say it's cutting edge, it's obviously not cutting edge, but it's good for, it's a great quality and tech savvy car for what you pay for it. And so I also feel like that stands out a lot. And then just the drive, like the ease of the drive, I could not feel anything. It felt the same when I was driving 20 miles per hour as when I was going, oh, sorry about that. I just had to adjust. 70 miles per hour. And so that was a big deal. And then also going up and down the mountains, you can't really feel anything. It's just a really smooth, easy drive. And so I can always appreciate something like that. So yeah, let me know if you have literally any specific questions about the car itself. I don't know that I'll be able to answer it because I don't know that much about cars, but I can tell you what my experience was like, of course. And just drop that in the comments below. And I appreciate you sticking with me because I know, like I said, this is not my usual content, but I thought this might be interesting. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you got something out of it, and take care.